Welcome back to Hot Seat, the show with the hardest seat and even hotter questions. Today, we have back in the hot seat, Mr. Walter Hong.
He's back for more. He's back.
Whoa!
Back for more pain.
Am I too far if I lean back, or let's go?
You might tip over if you lean too far back.
Okay, no, because I'm next to a big white guy. I don't want to look small or.
You just got to bring your chest out a little
bring
bit
it up.
and talk with your voice a little bit.
Maybe turn the hat like around so that you have like maybe.
But if I turn
a
it
good
around,
team on
if I turn it around, then Well, it doesn't say Raiders in the back, so.
Talk with a deeper voice like that. Yeah.
Walter, we're gonna start off with a cold question because that's how
Steve's very favorite.
Yeah. So Bart, please take it over. The Bart cold question brought to you by Aquafina.
Drink or the person?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Are you
Not really
familiar
clear.
with the phrase "silly goose"?
No, I'm not. Well, I mean, I've heard it like, oh yeah, Steve, you silly goose. Like,
Oh, you think it's a different one now?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, what?
You think it changed over time and now it's a sex position?
The way Bart is asking it does sound like a sex position.
What brand or genre of product do you think Silly Goose would be an ambassador for?
Like as a catchphrase or as a name of the product?
As the Jared of Subway, Like what would Silly Goose be good for?
Like an actual silly goose.
example.
Yeah, like a Silly Goose. Like you got a Silly Goose logo. He's talking about
Like the Affleck logo, but
Yeah.
just way sillier.
Okay, what would be good?
Product or service?
This is a really good question.
Yeah.
There's like some brand stuff. There's like some marketing stuff.
I think a cryptocurrency.
Silly Goose.
That's actually pretty cool.
Silly Goose Inu, maybe?
Yeah.
Buy silly goose. Good answer. Good answer,
I
man.
could see that.
What made you go with crypto?
Because how it's not making me any money right now.
It's not so silly.
Like silly goose.
Yeah, it's lighthearted.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts my heart.
What's the most you ever lost on crypto?
Oh, not that much. Probably like a couple thousand, I think.
What's the most you've ever lost in any investment?
Child's play.
Oh, I can't get into that, but a lot though.
Like what?
Like more than a couple thousand.
Without getting
How much more?
I'll say more than a couple thousand and less than $1 million.
without getting into
That's a big range.
without getting into it, what happened?
Well, if I was to get into it,
Yeah.
I may or may not say that like my timing was horrible.
Like you bought Bitcoin at 69,000?
You know,
You
okay.
bought a huge stake in Firefest?
No, I actually went to. No, I didn't go to Fiverr. When Tesla, so before, before Tesla cars were like crazy popular, the stock was like going up one day 200, down the next day like 150 or 300, and then up the next day 200, and I was like, oh, and then I jumped in, and then like it went up like $100. I was like, oh, this is dope, dude, right? And then I didn't pull out. And then the next day it dropped like 300, like 300. And I was like sweating. Like I was like, oh my God, and then like over the next 2 or 3 days, it went up and I made most of my losses back.
So you're like, oh, thank
And
God.
I just sold. And then of course after that, it just kept going up. And then it split and then kept going up again. And then, but so my friend's like, oh, you should have pulled out. I go, no, you know what? It stressed me out so much that when it was down, I had lost so much that I was like, I didn't know what to do.
How much was it when you were down? How much did you lose?
Oh, I also say 5 figures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I lost 5 figures. And then, but like, I made it back because on the swing back up, but then I pulled out. I couldn't take the stress of like the ups and downs. And then, like I said, of course, after that, it just kept going up. And this was around when it was like, I want to say it was like 180, 150, 180, 200 around there.
Wow.
And it was just going up like.
It's like $1,000 now, right?
Yeah,
Or-
now it's like but this is after multiple splits. It's 1,000 now. But like this is
It's
before
$300
that.
today.
Oh, 300?
So it contracted,
But
obviously.
it's split though. It's split like what at the end of August.
So if it didn't split, then it would be 600 or even 1,200 or something.
Yeah.
It split twice.
3
yeah.
for 1, it split, yeah.
Wow, dude.
So like, but this is before like this is around the time the meme stocks were going crazy, like BlackBerry,
Yeah.
all that, and so everything was
GameStop.
going up and GameStop. So Tesla was going up and down like 100, and I was just like, oh, and I was like literally like the double Dutch situation. I'm just like,
Checking your shit every day.
dude, and then when it was going down, I'm like, do I pull out? Like, and then by then, like literally, you blink, $50 gone, and then you blink again, like another 100. I'm like, oh, Oh, what I do. And then like over the next couple, and like I just kind of kept. I was like, I'm just gonna keep it in there just because who knows what's gonna happen. And then the next couple days, it came back, and then I just sold. And I'm like even now, I'm hesitant to play with Tesla, only because of that experience.
But other stocks, other cryptos, cool with you? Just Tesla itself?
For the stock, like for me, it's like alcohol. Like tequila messed you up one night in college or high school, and you're like, I'm never gonna touch it again. And even the smell of tequila gets you nauseous. That's kind of how Tesla is for me.
Can you drive a Tesla?
I can.
Okay, that's good.
He's just all shaking.
The volatility.
He thinks the speedometer's the fucking stock.
If I keep my wallet in my mouth.
I just floor it to get out of the way. But yeah, so Tesla's kind of like my tequila, so to speak. But I may get back into it just because it just split recently.
Yeah, 3-1.
It's a little more affordable.
Would you buy Ram stock if they went public?
I would because it'll be really low right now.
Hey, good answer.
There's a stock right now. It's actually an ETF that has K-pop companies. So HYBE, which is BTS's company, YG, which is Blackpink, and I think one other one. So it's an ETF that just monitors those because those companies are all public. And so it's an ETF on K-pop. And I was like, you know what? That would have been a cool ETF before BTS went crazy big.
Yeah.
Because right now everything's kind of leveling off. But right now there's no group other than BTS and Blackpink, but they're not moving the meter because they're already so high up. I mean, they're
saturated.
They're the number one boy and girl group in the world globally. Blackpink is the number one subscribed to
Like billions of views, right?
on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, so they passed Justin Bieber, I think, either earlier this year or late last year, and so they're already up there. There's no movement now. All they have is to go down.
That's crazy.
So I'm not doing that ETF, but had it been like earlier on, then I probably would have.
Smart.
Are you? Is there something about investing that you have advice for maybe people who are watching, like that you would look out for?
Start with what you're okay losing. So if it's $50, just do $50. If it's $1,000, just do $1,000. But you got to be okay losing it, going with the mentality that I'm going to lose this. So that anything that happens, you're okay with it. You can weather that storm. Because if you put in $100, and let's say it drops $20, you're gonna drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't lose that 100. I needed that for whatever. Don't do it. Don't put in 100. Only put in what you're okay losing. And once you do that, you just gotta literally read so much and take advice from all the big people. The top person you can take advice from, who always gives advice, surprisingly.
Jim Cramer.
Jim
So
Cramer.
good.
He said only put in what you're okay 10xing.
I'm in. Did you see that guy that did everything opposite to Jim Cramer and he made fucking money?
He's up like yeah.
That's so.
Pelosi, would you listen to Pelosi?
You know what?
You should bet with Pelosi.
I would not listen to her, but if I had access to what she was investing in, I would follow
You
it.
do. It's public information. Well, it comes late.
It comes late, yeah.
late.
But
So it's like it'll pump after.
Buying high, dude.
all the politicians in the proper committees, I
yeah.
would follow them.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, if you're starting out, just follow Warren Buffett. He's very generous with his information, and his strategy is long term. It's always long term. I've dabbled in day trading. That doesn't mean I'm any good at it. I've dabbled in it. But if you get stressed out easily,
That's super
not the
stressful.
best.
So emotional, bro.
It's a lot of feelonomics going on, meaning it's just on feeling. Because you're I'm sure, but the day traders, they're researching day and night, and so they're not doing feelonomics. But for me, who's not researching day and night, it's all feelonomics.
You just look at the graphic I think it's gonna go that way.
Even technical analysis is basically feelonomics, but it's the idea that we're tracking it in some sense, right? You can quantify it in some way so that everybody in the market is sort of following the same-ish trends because they use the same rules. So it's kind of a fascinating thing, but it scares the shit out of me.
It's like creating a baseline because everyone does TA.
Yeah,
So
or
then-
it's like how price targets work, where people have a number in their head and everyone else shares it and almost goes viral in a way. And so once it goes to, say, a certain price, people go, no, the ceiling's higher because everyone's been talking about going up to here.
Yeah.
It's like anchoring in a negotiation. Like you start the number,
Exactly.
so now everyone's thinking about the number.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Well, it is the 9-minute 52-second mark where we like to turn up the heat.
Okay.
So we would like to ask if there's a moment in your life where you thought about giving up on your dreams.
First off, do you have dreams?
I feel like I don't know which question to answer first because they
Answer
go
Joseph.
hand in hand.
Take it in your order.
They go hand in
Take it in
hand.
your order. It's your life.
It's like, do you have dreams? And then did you ever go back? Did you ever feel like giving up on them?
As I've gotten older, my dreams have changed. Or okay, I don't say changed because that's too strong of a word. They've altered.
Okay.
So like when I was younger, it was like, be rich and famous, be recognized everywhere. As I've gotten older, it's now just like, hey, if I could perform stand-up every so often at a club and make people laugh, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm like, that satisfies me. Like I don't need fame and wealth. That'd be great. Don't get me wrong. If it's handed to me, I'm gonna take it.
You don't want to get mobbed at SoFi, so you can't even walk around SoFi?
I don't want that, actually.
But you wanted that before.
I wanted that before. Now it's like, it'd be cool if someone goes, hey, you're Walter, right? Yeah. That's enough.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
You suck.
You suck, bro.
It's like I'm eating nachos, my fingers all cheese. Can I take a photo? Can you hold up real quick? Man, you suck. I know.
I spent $30 on a stock. You fucking suck, dude. I couldn't afford to lose it, actually.
And it was all on Tesla.
I've heard that actually a lot, and I actually feel that too. Like it's like when we're young, we wanna achieve those things, but then, and coming from people who's achieved that in like a crazy sense, like I've heard the same thing. It's like when you get older, you don't give a fuck. You want to be invisible.
But isn't it cute?
Yeah.
You weren't here earlier, but we had a young man who was sitting in your chair, and we were asking him about fame, and he's like, I'm scared of it because I don't want chicks to fuck me to death, basically. Yeah. That's your age, bro. Like,
I'm sorry.
That's your age.
Is he like
Afraid of like too much pussy.
Too much pussy.
Watch out.
Fuck me to death.
He's like, what? He's like looking. He's like Googling, like, if I come too much, like, will I die? And it's like, yeah, you could hydrate, like, if
I come too much.
Yeah, so he's like thinking about that, and like, he's got a guitar and he's like singing a song, and
Will I get my ball sack way too drained and bruised by the groupies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can a woman suck your penis completely off of your body?
is he the urban legend guy that turns down women? Like I've heard.
That's what he said.
I've heard about these mythical creatures.
Turn them down to turn them on.
Oh yeah, like this girl wanted me, but I turned her down.
Because she's a fan. Is
You're
what.
like, in what world?
Too hot.
Yeah.
Too hot. Yeah.
So what were your dreams? How were they altered? And
Okay, yeah. So my dream, fame, fortune, to be recognized, to be like walk into a comedy club. Oh, Walter's here. Yeah, go up on stage, man, anytime. Like that's to me, that's a cool dream. But as I've gotten older, it's altered a little bit. Like I don't care too much about fame and fortune. It's just now to be content, like with whatever little I'm doing. Because I feel like if I'm content with whatever little I'm doing, when I'm doing more, I'm that much more content. And hopefully my happiness isn't based on like what I'm doing or not doing. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think now I look at like, okay, I should start writing more, just so I don't need to be like on stage or whatever, like writing scripts or if it ever comes to that. But yeah, definitely for sure. Like with that guy, like talking about getting laid too much, that urban legend. Like for me, dude, like honestly, I'm lucky if like a woman says hi to me like after a show. Like I feel like, oh, dude, like. She said, hi, this is amazing. And I'll go home feeling happy about that, Forget about like, hey, Walter, like I want to suck your cock. Like, take me back to your place. Like, forget about that. Like, and guaranteed, if that happens to me, I'm not going to turn that down. Like, how do you do that? Like, I don't understand. Like, I get it if you have 10 of them after you and you send like 2 away.
Yeah.
Like, I get that.
Or you get 10 after you because you already had 10 and you're so drained. And you're just like, no, ladies, I can't.
Plus, you never know which guy's gonna say that at the end. You have no idea.
Yeah, you don't know. But I feel like if I was in a position like that though, I would still sacrifice my body. And this
You're about charity.
No matter how scared you are.
Yeah, because this for me, this is the main reason is because if those women were non-Asian, I feel as though I need to step up for my fellow Asian brothers.
You gotta represent, brother.
Represent because I don't want them to lose an opportunity with a white woman.
You gotta lay down that hammer.
Exactly. Because then if a white woman wants me and then I don't lay it down, she's like, Asians suck. Because it's never Walter's fault.
Asians suck.
Oh.
Yeah. But if I lay it down, it's not like Walter was amazing. It was like Asian guys.
Yeah. You boost everybody.
So you want to feed into a good stereotype. So you're contributing for that.
Exactly.
would you ever be down to bone a white chick and then pull your penis out and let one of your Asian friends suck on your penis so they know what white pussy tastes like?
Yeah.
He has to think about it.
Because that's brotherly love. That's really brotherly love.
Asian friends, they must be so curious.
Yeah. They're like, what is it like, Walter?
I want to know what white pussy tastes like. Let me suck your dick.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you said Asian friend,
It could be man or female.
yeah, in my mind it was a female.
Yeah.
Right? But then I see now that maybe you're probably asking, like, let's say you're like, hey, well,
He wants it.
Yeah, I don't know what white pussy
Yeah.
tastes like. I need to suck your dick to find
what I would do in that case,
Tastes a lot more like dick.
so it's not awkward for either of us.
It's not.
Like, no, I'm saying, so I would make it so it's not awkward, is I would probably take my finger and then rub it and then let you lick my finger.
Oh.
No, but then now you got finger taste in it. I want it like
It's
direct.
not pure.
Yeah,
Oh,
finger-
then what I would do is this. I would give you my left finger so you could taste that, so there's a baseline, and then I give you my right finger, so that you would know, oh, I see notes of his finger, and I also taste notes of
That's
this.
too much.
Pepsi challenge.
That's too much math.
It's too much,
And then
man.
taste your white finger. But it tastes the fucking same. That's the problem. There's no baseline necessary.
That's too much
What
math.
fingers taste
No,
like.
no, no.
You need a palate
do,
cleanser.
But I was saying for Bart's sake, he'll be like, oh, it tastes like, I don't know, but this is other flavor. Oh, that's Walter's finger. And I want him to be able to
I tell you what I want to do, okay?
Hey, Bart,
What do you
I
want to
you
do?
Get whatever the white chick you're boning. You get her perfume. You spray it on the top of your penis. That way, when I go all the way in, I put your penis all the way down my throat. I could smell what she smells like at the end.
I don't think you could. I don't
They
think.
have to be down your throat.
Question.
That's
I
where
have
you're
a
going
question.
with
What
that.
makes
I
you
didn't
think you could take it all in?
That's what I'm saying.
I'll try.
I don't think you could.
Bart's got a pretty big mouth, though.
I don't know,
You
dude.
think the guy,
How's that throat open up?
the guy who works out like that doesn't work his mouth out too?
Look at this jawline, dude. Look at that.
Do you have that rope mechanism thing? You put it in your mouth and you do jaw lifts?
I don't think he has tonsils.
He got him removed when he was very young.
But that's a good question though. Like that, honestly, that's a good question. Like if like your friend, like because the assumption is that while I'm boning a white girl, which was like a unicorn experience, Bart would be there watching.
Wait, what? What about other races? Does it have to be white? What about?
Oh no, this is Bart's scenario, so I just feel like yeah.
No, it was yours or you brought it up.
Oh no, but like that, like,
If you guys want to know what white pussy tastes like, I think I look like I know. Alright. You just hit me
no,
up.
we already know what your mom tastes like. I think he was asking just a
My
regular.
sister. It's my sister.
Oh, sorry.
My sister.
My bad. Oh, is this not Patreon?
You gotta get up on it.
You look like you know what oil baroness pussy tastes like.
Oil baroness.
I look like I go to the Middle East and get railed by a Saudi prince.
But you play a fucking mean hand of poker, though. You know.
You look like that Raiders fan.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, he is wearing Raiders colors.
It's Raiders. Sure.
What is your deepest, darkest fear?
Deepest, darkest fear.
Yeah.
White pussy.
Probably.
White pussy.
No, actually, it's not just white. It's Bart being there.
Hey, can I get a taste, Walter? Walter, can I taste it?
No.
Come
I'll
on,
just suck
man.
your dick I'm heterosexual.
There's this old like I think it was a Penthouse Letters cartoon where total racist cartoon, but I think it applies. There's a white girl like sleeping with the yellow dude, and then like in the next thing, the yellow dude's done, and he like gets off of her, and she's still like I think she's blindfolded or whatever. Or no, she's not blindfolded. She's just laying there, and then he's like, oh, it was so good. And then he drops down, and then another Asian guy comes out from underneath the bed, and he keeps boning her. And so she thinks it's the same guy.
This is a comic strip?
He has a comic strip. Because, because to white people, Asians look the same. And so there's like 3 Asian guys underneath the bed. And to me, that's what reminded me of what Bart said. Like, I'm gonna be in the room, and I can't taste what it tastes like. I'm like, dude, you could do it yourself. She won't know the difference, dude. Like,
Good joke, Nick.
Are you sure that wasn't an Abercrombie shirt?
I know. Got that mixed up with a Penthouse article.
not that I read Penthouse.
Does that have?
So is that your deepest, darkest fear?
He's like, I'm that guy.
Yeah. The darkest fear is that all of us will be there, and it'll be Steven on the bed. But
I glow in the dark, dude.
and we'll just be switching off. We'll just be switching off. My deepest, darkest fear is probably like loneliness. Like I'm an only child, and so like my parents are old. When they pass, like there won't be. If I don't get married, there won't be any family.
Yeah.
So like loneliness is probably the deepest, darkest.
Oh wow, no cousins, no.
I have cousins and stuff, but it's not like we hang out.
Oh.
Are they pretty lame?
No, they're not lame. It's just we just through happenstance.
You
Yeah, we
seem
just
like you have a
life.
tight friend group, though.
I do,
Yeah.
but it's still a little different than family.
Of course.
that's a little different. And then like other than that, like walking down an alley and, someone tries to mug me.
That's
too.
scary. Like, yo, don't hurt me. I'll give you my money. And they're like, I'm not after money.
Yeah.
And you're like,
fucking terrifying.
That's like season 3 of The Shield. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? Did you guys watch that shit? Yeah. Bro, this male, well, who cares? It's a spoiler. But this like guy cop, he's like the chief of police. We've been following him for 3 seasons. He gets
Holy
like
shit.
during like a house call robbery.
What?
Talking about Michael Chiklis?
No. This other guy is this Mexican dude on the show, but he's great on the show, and like we love his character and shit. He's kind of a fucking dick too, but like.
But you still love him.
And then like the whole show, like his character arc after I'm not kidding. His character arc after this, and his wife is like fucking weirded out by it and shit. It's crazy shit.
You're gay, dude.
This is a fucking TV show that was on FX, dude.
Wow.
And they demonetized my channel. They fucking ran ads against that shit for fucking years.
Because this one teaches a lesson, doesn't it?
God damn it.
Which is?
Yeah. That's the thing. Is like, do you ever like get that fear? Like you're walking down the street, and then next thing you know, you wake up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'd be scary
I
as
saw this
fuck.
documentary.
That
where
sucks.
Next thing they knew, they woke up, and their mouth was sewed on someone's butthole, and then someone else's mouth was sewed on their butthole.
How come this wasn't national news?
Fuck out of
You
here.
didn't see this documentary?
Was this a national deal?
30 for 30.
I think I heard about
I
this.
think it was called like Centipede or something.
Centipede.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up.